Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, his birthplace, in order to build a lavish structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. It's said to be a sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego and sense of princely entitlement. But whatever the Duke has done to his nation happened while I was Empress. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You should be at peace.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it. Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful. Here, near the end of my time.
You experimented on people during the plague years. Unwilling subjects who suffered needlessly at his hands.
We're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points, and picking the approach. Thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy. We nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Zirconos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
Should we head toward the palace?
All right, let's go.
At the palace, the Duke has a lookalike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Too much chance a Grand Guard catches on to us, or maybe rightful owners coming to pick it up.
What's the delay getting it to the shop? Betty afraid we'll get caught?
The guy that runs the shop is nervous. But if they just let us move
Interesting
straight
getup
up,
you have there, covering your face.
over at the shop.
I mean, yeah, I know. No. Oh, I was saying.
Hey, you. You seem different. You're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those odd dreams. I don't go there anymore, but you might want to check it out. I used to live here a long time ago. Can you believe it? Was a songwriter, poet. see you sometime.
There's no such permit, Captain. I know the laws in Karnaca.
Laws change. The Duke's given the Grand Guard leeway to create new fees when needed. You know who else had a nice shop? That clockmaker.
Serafina? Her shop burned down.
Yeah, my report said it was probably the Howlers. But no one knows how the fire started.
Captain, her brother died in that fire.
Sleep inside drunk, from what I remember. You've got until tomorrow to pay up.
What's the matter? You saw something?
Disgusting. Damn it. Yesterday was quite a night at the palace.
Welcome. I'm certain you will find what you require here. Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry.
Sure, there's always been blood flies. I just don't remember it being so
Do
many
find
of
me
them
again.
and so big.
We're playing dice tonight.
Here you are, back among your own people. The palace-born and those who curry their favor. Are you feeling more comfortable, Majesty? Are these the people you want running a quarter of your empire? No? It never seemed to bother you before. Maybe it looks different up close. Maybe here it's harder to ignore the way the people outside the palace get through the day. In any case, I know what you're after. The heart you carry can only hold one spirit at a time. So, if you want to walk out with a piece of Delilah, you better be ready to leave something behind.
visit from the new Empress Dishonored.
Talk to the magistrate. See if she can help.
Seriously, those cockchafers have no respect.
I helped her out. Dropped a brick on the guy's head from the window. He doesn't come around anymore. Can't even talk, I've heard. So now she makes lunch for me once a week. Bites me in the side. She's got some old silverware.
You say the boat's moored in the bay and they haven't paid any taxes.
Exactly.
They'll pay for that. Let's go out there and get our due.
This is the kind of luck I have.
No, no, no! Kiss the outsider's balls for luck.
On top of a building half infested with blood flies.
Come on, come on, come on!
Now, well. Mother was right. I should have signed on as an engineer in the wind corridor. Stone's throw, rampages where I'd be surrounded by opulence.
This shit. I need to pee. Get a spare uniform.
What did I do? All the shit assignments. Just heard it dawn.
Of course, now we're all on edge. Who knows what's happened?
Why is there a
Could
wall
be
of light
anything.
protecting the palace anyway?
I just gotta watch
Who's
my
going
own
to
back.
attack a man like this?
I'm hungry.
Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss.
Did I close
Little
my
lick
locker
spirit.
before coming out? Last time I left it.
I wonder if the rumors are true about the crown killer. The old empress, really?
Why would he say a bunch of degenerates? It makes no sense. Anyway, I'm not the one who did the kissing.
Big blood ox stew tonight. Starving.
Pay is better here than anywhere else. New rules. And spread a few coins here and there among the officers.
The palace. Maybe I can find another way to neutralize the Duke.
But how do you know which one is the Duke? I don't know where they found that guy with the political decoy job. But he looks and acts just like the Duke. I can't tell them apart.
There are subtle differences.
All right. Assuming you could pick out Duke Luca, how are we gonna get his key?
You leave that to me. Who knows what he's got in that vault? We'll be halfway to Bristol, and rich before he's nursing the next day's hangover.
It's a good plan the way this place is run. You sure it's...
Do you know who's assigned to protect the Duke's quarters tonight?
Nope. As long as it's not me, I don't care. It's never any fun.
I'm not sure who's worse, the Duke or his body double. One's half likely to have you flogged for looking at him wrong. The other might just bore you to death. So slightly.
They can rot in the void for all I care. I've got enough to worry about without their constant complaining.
Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibility is way upon his shoes.
He is nothing like his father. Tedious meeting. Endless complaints from miners about the conditions below. He signs the papers to hurry things along, barely glancing at them. Oh, how his writing hand cramps. His brother died on the dirty streets of Dunwall, struck down in his youth.
Hall's always been a place of strange luck for me. My poor brother died there. But that's where I met Delilah. Our love ended poorly. I spied a lass from Bristol. 'Twas good I had my pistol. Then I met a lady from Tibia. This at least gives me a sense of meaning. Feel like myself right now. Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibilities weigh upon me. No offer to bow or kiss my hand.
I could say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you, and what do you want?
Listen, I think you're the Duke's body double. You can't have any love for the man. I'm here to end his rule, and I have an idea you should hear.
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
It occurs to me that you might make a more agreeable duke than Luca Abel. If I wanted to depose him without having to slit his throat, do you think you could convince people that you're the duke?
That's bold. I have to admit it's crossed my mind. If people believed that I was actually Duke Abel, and that he was the political decoy, we could have him committed for lunacy. We could convince everyone that the Double's finally lost his mind, and believes he's the Duke. I've spent years perfecting my performance. But there's a catch. He's got a medallion that I need. Even if I sound convincing, which should be the easy part, his Grand Guard officers will ask to see the medallion as proof. Luca never puts it aside.
All right. It shouldn't take me long. Once it's done, I'll be leaving the city. Soon after, I'll send instructions from Dunwall, and I'll expect a great deal of flexibility and cooperation on your part. There's still time to pull Serkonos back from the edge of the cliff. We can undo the damage Duke Abel has inflicted.
I'd like that. But I'll guide Serkonos in the ways I see fit for the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his chambers. I'll handle the rest.
What was the bet again? Did you say you could hit him in the head? Or that you could avoid hitting him?
No idea. Too drunk to remember.
I met her as a boy, just a boy. Now we're connected, all these years later.
This opens the Duke's vault.
That's it then. Now it's up to me. I'll take the medallion and call them.
I'll be watching. Break a leg.
Don't worry. I've spent years mimicking this asshole. Captain Almeida, come at once to my chambers. There's a problem. Quick, hide up there.
Your Eminence, are you all right?
Yes, Captain. Please arrest this clown. Seems that he took his role a little too seriously. Get your hands off me! Man, he served me well for years. We'll never find anyone else who so bears my resemblance. Take him away, Captain, but be gentle.
I think I understand, Your Eminence. We'll handle it.
What? This is outrageous. I'll have you all skinned alive and set in a salt bath. If only there was something we could do for him. I suppose all those years pretending he was me, that eventually took its toll. No! Stop! I am the Duke of Serconis! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Adamire will know what to do with the poor man.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. It's incredible.
This must be the Duke's vault. Let's see what Duke Abel keeps hidden away in here.
Take this opportunity to back charge second coil.
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will you be able to trap Delilah's spirit.
I don't know how I can do this. You were all I ever wanted.
I stayed as long as I could, trying to guide you. The world is better for your influence.
Be at peace, Mother. I will honor you, always.
I love you. And this is the final thought I carry into my house.
So it's done. Now to take Delilah's soul back to her.
The heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
Maybe Delilah's spirit was holding it together. Why would the Duke keep this old thing?
When this plays, check the central rotor.
Delilah Copperspoon.
If this plays, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil.
Destiny is gone at last, faded into nothing. Her reward is peace.
Bling. Make a note. Remove this playback after the final field test.
There. Now to wait.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
From now on, the Duke will be guided by better stars.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne, and find a way to save my father.
Ready, then?
Take me back to the ship.
All right. As you want.